Okay. Hello and welcome tonight. My name is Gary Boyer. I'm currently the mayor of the city of Glendora. On behalf of the city council, I want to welcome everyone. This is a great turnout. It's our first quarterly award ceremony for 2023. And things changed a little bit this time around, and we had the opportunity to recognize an amazing number of people here tonight. So if people will still might be coming in as we get started. So we will go ahead and let me start introducing everybody. Let's hope I got everyone here. I want to start. We got Mayor Pro Tem Mendel Thompson's with us. Councilmember Karen Davis. Councilmember David Friedenau. And the illustrious Michael Allowis. So tonight we'll get things started off. We're going to begin with our Holiday Home Decorating Awards. So, the city of Glendora, you guys do an amazing job. When I was younger, I got into it as well, but as you get a little bit older, those lights get a little bit harder to put up every year, but we always appreciate how much everything does. And Mayor Pro Tem, you're going to start us out.
Mayor, thank you. And I think that last month is one of the greatest months that we've ever had because the city just lights up with amazing cheer. There are minds in this town that make a Santa Claus look like a Santa Claus that I've never seen. Lights that sing, and it's just an amazing time. So this is the 28th year that we have had this, and it turned out to be very, very good. I'm going to ask Brittany, David to come up here because, as the mayor just said, they are the chair, or Brittany's the chair of the services group that helped out. And this year there were 25 folks that were a part of this event, and we're going to recognize the top 8. Brittany, my script says that I'm supposed to ask David or you to briefly talk about how this all works. So either one of you are going to speak, and it can be as short as you want. So this is good.
So we come together on a Wednesday night usually, get on a bus, and we tour the city of Glendora for about 2 to 3 hours, and we stop at every home that has enlisted their or put their nomination in for the decorating contest. And we take notes, and then we come back, and then we argue, and we fight. And we challenge each other as to who should be the winner and why. And then we come back and forth, and we decide that, well, maybe we need additional awards because there's so many good houses out there, and we just don't want to pick one. We want to pick multiple, but at the end of the day, we end up having to pick a couple. And so it's a lot of fun. I look forward to it every year. This is, I think, my 4th year doing it, and it's a lot of fun to see all the decorations that everybody has taken their time to do. And so the winners, we appreciate them, but we also appreciate everybody who was a nominee and put their time and effort into it because it's a lot of fun for us. So that's what we do.
I don't know how much more I can add to that. You did a wonderful job of explaining it. But it is a lovely evening. We are driving around, checking out all of the beautiful wonders of Glendora that it has to offer. And kudos to each of you families who have put the time and the work in. As a parent, we know that time is limited. So for those of you who have done that, thank you for beautifying our city. And it is fun to go. And then we also can eventually incorporate our children into that experience. So taking them to see this has really been wonderful. So thank you.
Let's get going. And first of all, I have some names here, and some of these names are not like Smith. So I don't mean to butcher your name, so please give me some grace. And in fact, that would go to all of us. And but the first one, second place is the Saponineri family. Did I really mess that up bad? Do you even Is there anybody here close to that name, I hope? They are not here. So I must have said that name right. Just assume that it's right. So on the screen, this is their home, and it's on Dyke Street. And they had a great house with a lot of moving parts. You know, animation is a really important thing, and so that's what they won for, second place. So even though they're not here, let's give them a hand. Truan family, are the Truans here? They won first place, and their house is right up there. And so let's give them a round of applause. The CUADRA family, are you here? No. Okay. Well, they won second place for the best lawn display. So that's their house. And let's give them a applause. Yeah. BIDWELLs, are the BIDWELLs here? Larry, Bonnie, come on up. They won first place for the lawn display. Most of you know them. They are a legacy couple here in town, and that is said with all of the love and grace that one could say. So, Bonnie and Larry, thank you so much for adding so much joy. Bonnie, do you want to say anything?
Well, I don't know about getting less involved the older we get, but it seems like he doesn't quit.
That's true. That's true.
No, we
Larry?
had a problem. The neighbors got very upset this year because, 747 mistook our place for LAX.
Oh, that's not good. Well, so as they walk back, how many people had him for a teacher at GHS? Just put your hands up. Yeah, see? Okay, yeah. And you guys turned out well. Okay. The Lambertson family, are they here? They took second place for use of lights. And you can see they had a tremendous house there and all lit up. Denny family, are the Denny's here? Oh, come on up. You won first place for use of lights. And what a fabulous job that you all did. And it's a family affair, I guess. So, Dad, are you going to speak or who?
We have a lot of fun each year, and I just wanted to thank each year. The first year I did it almost all by myself, and this last year I think every one of them actually helped, which makes it a lot easier. So I appreciate all of them. So.
All right. Thank you. Good job, guys. The Fuentes family, are you here? You won second place for best overall. Or best overall.
Can I add to this?
Yes, please.
So when we saw this house, I don't know if the pictures do it justice, but what you're seeing are actually hand-carved wood, painted sculptures or statues in their lawn, and they've made every single one of them. So if it looks like something they printed out, no, that was actually done by hand. So that was incredible.
And they try and do a new version every year,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of
Add to it.
Disney and.
Wow, that's amazing. And so the grand prize, sweepstakes prize, goes to the Burns family. And they are here, and they are incredible in not only what they do, but every year they give a very nice check to the City of Hope, and I can't wait to hear the story and how all that went this year. So congratulations. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Richard. It's my wife, Eva. And Every year we have a donation box out for the pediatric department at the City of Hope. And the visitors to our display were gracious enough to donate $14,251. And that money was matched dollar for dollar by the Scotch Brand Corporation this year. So they got over $28,500. But since this is the first time we've had it since COVID hit, I do have to let you know that one good thing did come out of this whole COVID crisis. We raised over $56,300 in 2020 when COVID was at its height, because everybody had kids at home that they were climbing the walls of what am I going to do with my kids? And you can sit in the car, listen to the music, and watch the lights, and everybody came that year. But, yeah. But anyway, thank you very much.
So anyway, hey, thanks a lot to everybody that does anything to enlighten their home and really the town that we richly love. We have a saying here, this is a great place to live, work, and play. And it really is when you see stuff happening such as this. So thanks a lot, and now we move on to Karen. Thank you.
I'm going to be introducing the Community Beautification Awards, and those awards are important because they demonstrate how neighbors work together to recognize one another, and also what people value as living together in community. But there are many things that make community. Tonight, as you came in, there were the poster boards for the City of Monterey Park, and that is another example of how community comes together. And so before I go on to the Community Beautification Award recipients, I'm going to invite Crystal Wadado to come forward. She wanted to say a few words.
Sorry, a little shorter. Hi, everyone. My name is Crystal Wadado. I am a senior at Glendora High School, and I have grown up in this community my entire life. But I'm also proud to say that Monterey Park was also a community of mine. I know the exact street that the shooting happened on last Saturday, on the day after Lunar New Year, and I know the Hang, or the traditional Chinese medicine shop that is right next to it. I went to Mandarin school in Monterey Park, and I, along with thousands or hundreds of Asian Americans in Glendora, call Monterey Park one of our homes. Like many Asian Americans, I've been grieving over the past few days, and I would really appreciate it if you took the time out of your day, either right now or later, or most likely later, to sign and leave a little candle, a thumbprint candle, on the poster board outside, because our communities are grieving, my community is grieving, I'm grieving from the choice that we make every single day to allow this to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal, and thank you to Jenny as well, who was out there and helped organize that this evening. The Community Beautification Awards were created to recognize outstanding residential and commercial properties in the areas of landscaping, renovation, and overall appearance. That has transitioned to us reaching out to neighbors, going beyond just a committee that recognizes those folks. We know that neighbors, as you look in your neighborhood, as you pass by homes, and so we encourage and invite you to make a nomination of a home that you have recognized as making renovations. The following properties tonight were nominated by neighbors or the property owners themselves or folks who went by those properties and witnessed the transformation. So please enjoy the PowerPoint that will recognize these properties. The first one tonight on Bennett Avenue, being recognized for exterior remodeling, the Andrade Gonzalez residence. Come on up. On Cypress Avenue for turf and landscaping, the Belonger residents. Oh, Bellinger. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. The CARLSON residents on Bubbling Well Drive for turf and landscaping. On Indian Springs Drive, the DEWICIUS residents for exterior renovations. On Leodora Avenue for exterior remodel, the DOS residents. On Mountain View, turf and landscaping, the Dowdy residents. On Sunflower Avenue, exterior renovations, the Flores residents. On Vermont Avenue, exterior renovations, the HAGAN residents. All these folks need to talk to HGTV. Very nice. On Pasadena Avenue, exterior renovations, the Hegel residents. On Pennsylvania Avenue, exterior renovations, the Heaton residents. Horn residents. Oh, nope. On Burnaby Drive, the Horn residents, exterior remodel and landscaping. On Palm Drive, turf and landscaping, the LAING residents. On Vermont Avenue, landscape renovation, the Merrill residents. On Bennett, turf and landscaping, the Mulder residents. And we thank you for helping with the drought tolerant. Very nice. The Shepherd residents on Willow Avenue, landscape renovation. And the Villa residents on Northridge, turf and landscaping. So let's give a big congratulations to all of those recipients. Thank you for the commitment you put into your property and into being part of the community. We look forward to receiving future nominations. So if you know someone, a house, a business in your neighborhood, please be sure to nominate them for our next quarterly awards.
I get the great pleasure of recognizing our folks that have made a difference in our city parks or in our trails, our hillside areas, and done projects that are out of the world. Great impact for all of us. And the Glendora Adopt a Park program is designed to involve individuals, local businesses, civic and community service organizations in the beautification and maintenance of Glendora's parks and trails. This can be done by way of volunteerism, donations, and sponsorships. Some examples may be to remove invasive plant growth, beautify park facilities or hiking trails, donate amenities such as a park bench, a tree, or even trash receptacles. They can also sponsor a major project such as the renovation of one of our many athletic fields or providing new playground equipment. We would like to recognize the following Adopt a Park participants this year, and we'll ask you to come forward as your name and group are recognized. And if your whole group's here, the whole group should come up. So, in the individuals and groups, we have Amy Wolkins. Amy used plants acquired from an intended project that fell through to beautify the neighborhood. She put together a group of volunteers who assisted her in planting 12 native trees in the parkway along Live Oak and Palm. They installed cages to ensure that they would be seen by pedestrians, and I'm sure not eaten by critters maybe, is that, okay, and added a layer of mulch. So, congratulations, thank you very much. And we'd like to thank Amy and all of those who assisted her with these resources to better our community. Thank you. Next, we have some scout groups, girls and boys, and understanding that when scouts go out to do something, I got asked recently, does the community recognize scouts? And my big answer is absolutely. We recognize the character building traits, the willingness to volunteer, do service with a smile, and go home with a payday of that felt good to leave something good behind. They're not always easy projects. Many of them take a lot of organization, preparation, planning, execution on the day of. So these are big, big programs. And the first ones I'd like to recognize is the Girl Scout Troop 5684, led by Lois Karen. Now, are they here tonight? All right, come on. In this group, we have Jade Karen, Maya Horowitz, Sophia Lavin, and Vivian Yamzan. Is that right? Did I get that right? Hope so. These junior Girl Scouts from Troop 5684 used our Adopt a Park program to fulfill one of their requirements for community involvement to achieve their Bronze Award. The Girl Scouts has several levels of awards based on what age group and what progression you're at, and Bronze is the first significant one in this group. It requires they select a take action plan that makes a difference in the community. They must identify a need, make a plan, put the plan into action, and spread the word. These scouts held fundraisers to raise money for the dog park at South Hills Park and collected $654 to pay for equipment so that the small dogs would have an area to play. As a result, the city was able to order and install 3 small, low-level hoops for the dogs to enjoy. Thank you, Troop 5684, for enhancing our dog park, and congratulations on earning your Bronze Award. Our next group is Girl Scout Troop 16084, led by Melinda Stone. And I'd like to call up Ashley Krosovic, Zoe Mathanis, did I get that do all right? Mia Rosario, and Madeline Stone. Gotcha. Come on, come over here. Come over here. Let's go center stage there. There you go. Better photo op. That way, and I'm in it too. No, that's it. Cadets from Girl Scout Troop 16084 signed up for our Adopt a Park program to complete a project in order to obtain their Silver Award, which is the second in the progression of significant Girl Scout awards. Only 10% of girls who join Girl Scouting achieve this level of award. The Scouts must complete a Girl Scout journey, which is basically a program of organization and following a task, and then devote a minimum of 50 hours to the community project that is sustainable and that can lead to a lasting change. Girl Scout Troop 1684 purchased trash cans for recycling bins. They were placed at 3 locations in our city: Big Dalton Canyon Campground, Colby Trail, and South Hills Dog Park. Their goal was to educate the public of the benefits of recycling. Thank you, Troop 1684, for your efforts to support recycling, and congratulations to each of you on earning your Silver Award. Thank you very much. In case you're sitting there with bated breath, the Gold Award is the highest award that Girl Scouting can earn, and we don't have any of those tonight, but I see at least 4 are coming, I can bet you. Next, we'd like to move into Eagle Scout projects from Scouting BSA. Many Scouts choose the city's Adopted Park program to fulfill one of the many steps toward becoming an Eagle Scout. Eagle Scout Service Project is the opportunity for qualified Scouts to demonstrate leadership while performing a project for the benefit of the community. These assignments entail a lot of planning, fundraising, and their particular project. And it's not about what they led behind, but it's the process. And if you ask an Eagle Scout, what was your project? If he's a real Eagle Scout, he'll tell you. And he'll tell you how challenging that was, much like the Girls and Gold Awards are going to be able to do. The assignments entail a lot of planning, fundraising, putting together, and it's also, in the case of tonight's awards, a lot of physical labor. And it's probably one of the only times that dads will work with the sons and do the physical labor being told by their sons what to do. So quite the reversal. Under the careful guidance and supervision of the troop leaders and city staff, they have made a great contribution to the community. So as I call your name, please come forward and receive your due recognition. Our first recipient is Gabriel Draper for an Eagle Scout project. Yeah. Gabriel is a member of Scout Troop 491. He chose Big Dalton Canyon for his Eagle project. With the support of the Glendora Trails Committee that provided the necessary tools, he and his team widened 1/2 mile of the Mystic Canyon Trail from 6 to 8 feet wide, from 6 feet wide to 8 feet wide. And isn't Mystic the one that goes straight up? Yeah, okay. Much of the trail was badly eroded and required a lot of fill to level the path's surface. Thank you, Gabriel, for your hard work, and I'm pleased to announce that Gabriel has, in fact, completed his board of review and is an Eagle Scout. Our next recipient is Jacob Harris. His project was, again, an Eagle Scout Service project. I got to see you last week, so you can do that. Jacob is also a member of Boy Scout Troop 491. He put together a crew to help remove brush and reestablish a 1 mile clear pathway of 3 feet wide on the Coulter Pine Trail within Big Dalton. The team cleared overgrown brush and evened out the area to establish a pathway. It took many hours of your leadership to accomplish this, And Jacob, we appreciate the improvements you made to the trail and which will allow others to have a clear walking path. And I personally know, because I got to sit on his board of review, Jacob had his board of review within the last 2 weeks, and he is also an Eagle Scout. A little side note, both Gabriel and Jacob chose to do their projects on the same day. So you think that stretched the crowd and the workers a little bit? Just a bit. Our next recipient is Andres Felipe Vasquez Rosales. Andres? Andres is a member of Scout Troop BSA 491, and he selected the Wren Meacham Trail in Big Dalton Canyon for his Eagles project. Consisted of widening the trail from 3 feet to 5 feet along a 1 mile path. To do so, significant amounts of brush had to be removed and placed in clearings where possible. This proved to be extra challenging because a substantial part of the brush was, guess what? Poison oak. If it's green in the San Gabriel Mountains, I assure you it's poison oak. So, once again, the Trails Committee supported with the assistance of tools and resources, and Andres and his team used all these tools to complete this grand effort. So thank you. And I am also, again, proud to announce that Andres has completed his board of review and is an Eagle Scout. Final recipient tonight is another Eagle Scout project, and this is a good thing. That can never have too many of these. Mr. Christopher Simjian, are you in? Christopher is a member of Troop 486. He performed his Eagle project, again, in the Big Dalton Wilderness Park. He identified a valuable and historic asset, a Native American bedrock mortar stone used for thousands of years by the indigenous people of the area. Christopher announced that he wanted to protect it and advise visitors of its existence, so he and his crew built a wooden fence around the artifact, a deck at the road level to be able to look down upon it for observation. And with this is protecting the stone, yet giving us a great place to be able to go and understand what its significance is. Along with the city's help, the city is in the process of putting together some interpretive signs to explain the significance of what the stone is, so we will have that to come in the very near future. Christopher also chose a day in the middle of August. I stopped in to help him, or not, yeah, to help him. Are you kidding? I stopped in to observe and to see the process. He learned a lot. What looked like dirt was actually gunite, and it was probably about this thick in some spots. So resourcefulness of how do you peck a hole into serious concrete. Very challenging. A great learn and a great success. So Christopher has also had his board of review and is in fact an Eagle Scout, and we are very proud. The city clearly appreciates all of those who participated in our Adopt a Park program and take advantage of this opportunity to beautify your community, and to the young people to grow up and be the people we look forward to having in Glendora. Thank you very much.
So clearly, I am the shortest member of the City Council, and I have the shortest script here tonight. I'm wondering if they're trying to send me a message. Before we get a little further here, we usually do this to embarrass her, but Sonia, Sonia makes this happen. Sonia does all the certificates. She calls everybody up. She helps us phonetically pronounce your last names, which is challenging onto its own. And she babysits the 5 of us, which is probably the hardest task to do. So we're going to put your arm up, Sonia. I'm going to pay for that one. So tonight I'm going to be talking about the volunteers for the packed patrol car. And the Glendora community is made up of organizations and individuals who offer their resources and time to work on projects. The next recognition is another example of people working together to accomplish a task to benefit others. And they also thought I needed some help with this for some reason. I don't know why. And Nita's going to come up here and help me, and she has some little gifts here, some little gift bags, and to go ahead and come on up and help me with this. So, Nita, do you want to talk about the program?
He's not the shortest one in the room.
But you're not on council.
Oh, that's true. Not yet. Hi, good evening. It's my pleasure to be here with you tonight to talk about the Packed Patrol Car Program. We had an auxiliary who started the program in the year 2019 and then moved on. And when he moved on, our own Greg Gillum stepped up. And I want to introduce Greg because he's taken over the program and he's fantastic. So they wanted to help out students who probably or possibly couldn't afford school supplies. And so in 2019, they started the program Pack the Patrol Car. So it meant standing out in front of Walmart with a great partnership that we have with them, asking people to donate, go inside while the deals were good and come out and pack patrol car. And then it went on, and then COVID hit. So it took a little lull, but picked back up a year ago. And with the addition of the Glendora Unified School District, Eric Osborne, we were able to increase the program and make it even better. So where does the money come from? It comes from you. It comes from the community. It comes from donations from our Police Officers Association and our Police Management Association, Rotary, Kiwanis, you name it, and everybody pitches in. This year, they were able to, and these students that we're going to talk about, helped put all these backpacks together, because before we would just take the school supplies to the district and then they would disseminate them. And with Eric Osborne's help, we were able to marry the system to get them to the students that really need them. And 700 backpacks were given away and packed this year. So that's what, yeah. So with that, we can honor these students, sir.
Thank you, Nita. You know, tonight shows you what our community is all about. And it's about community service, it's about our values, and we just have a wonderful community. And a lot of other cities talk about what Glendora does. And we're our own little bubble, and just amazing. I'm so proud to be part of it and to give back wherever I can. And I know the rest of the council is the same. So with that, the following 10 students, ranging from 3rd grade to 10th grade, spent countless hours sorting out school supplies for the Glendora Police Department Pack the Patrol Car program. They categorized over 1,000 school supplies items and then helped stuff 700 backpacks for distribution to students throughout the school district. Will the following students come on up? Bianca Rodriguez Gonzalez. And these next 3, it's a family affair. Austin Jitabo, Eden Jitabo, Malaya Jitabo. Did I pronounce that right? Good. Eileen Ortega, Lindley Osborne, Charlotte Osborne, Sydney Reed, Taylor Reed, and Madison Wallace. Chief and Captain, you want to come on up? I'd like to be able to embarrass you, but I think I'll pass tonight. These guys are amazing. They keep us safe, and they do it with a smile. So thank you, students, for all the hard work that you do and giving back to your community. It's greatly appreciated. Hey, where's my fist bump? Thank you.
Well, you know, we have the privilege to live in a community that has so many people that care so much about your community, the city, the state, your neighbors. And we have an opportunity to get together at an event like this and recognize everybody. But we have the privilege of being able to do these things because of an elite group of individuals that we're going to be recognizing next. In 2008, members of the Yellow Ribbon Committee joined the Glendora City Council. Let's see, I'm reading and I shouldn't be reading. But anyway, a number of years ago, the Yellow Ribbon Committee was formed here in Glendora to start recognizing our military that were active members of the military with the banners around town. At the time that they started this was unique. As we go around the country, you see this recognition is done on a regular basis now. One of the things that happened is it's a lot of work because we have a lot of patriotic people here in the city of Glendora that choose to make this sacrifice. And so at a certain time, it got to the point that a small group of volunteers were struggling trying to keep up with the need here in town. So at that point, the Glendora Community Services Foundation stepped up to take on the project, and they've been working on the project for the last few years. So I'd like to call up members of the Community Services Foundation, Howard Hawkins, Paul Lopez, David Gerber, Eric Freaking, and that's it. You guys come on up. Want to talk a little bit about what the program is, what you do?
Yeah, I think Gary covered most of it, and there was a need, and there was a group of Glendorans, and it was there was some mothers who got together that actually started the program, the Yellow Ribbon Program, to make sure that we honored those who serve our country. We honor those who it is a special night for me and some of our others that are out there that sit on the wall and protect us, right? That go to battle. And so it was appropriate that when it came to us and they could no longer do it, that the Community Services Foundation jumped at the chance. Of course, we did it with the help of the community services who could actually go up with their lifts and put those banners up. We wanted to make sure that we continue to honor those who serve our country. And tonight we have a couple who have retired, and we want to make sure that they get their just due tonight. And so I don't know if is Ryan Thomas here? Ryan, come on up. Here's a certificate. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. Here's your banner. Yeah, and I'm going to read a little bit about Ryan, because last time I did this, I didn't have a lot of information on the people who have served. But Ryan, you were in the Navy. I was. Okay, and your rank at retirement was AT2. Correct. Good. Cool. Well, we thank you for your service, and if you'd like to, would you want to get a picture of him standing up here with his, if you'd like? I mean, it's time if you want to. Do you want to come up? Well, you can. Or you come up and, yeah, you guys come up here, take a picture. You don't have to stand up. This is an important evening. You're Glendora High grad too? What year? Oh, wait. Principal. Ryan, we thank you for your service. some of the guys back there laughing at me. So this next person, it's a special night because he graduated from Glendora High School when I was a football coach, assistant football coach way back in the day. This is 1989. There's a bunch of guys out there that all played football for Glendora. We won a CIF championship. It's the only one Glendora's ever won in the history. So they are here, and you talk about a brotherhood. These guys are still hanging, they're still together. So I'd like to bring up Sergeant Major Brad Biota. Come on up, Brad. Okay, and I got a little info here on Brad. So, branch, United States Marine Corps. Rank at the time of retirement, Sergeant Major. Number of tours, 9 deployments. 6 of those deployments were combat deployments, 4 to Afghanistan, 2 to Iraq. Military awards and decorations. The Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star with a V for valor in combat. 2 combat action ribbons, 4 Navy accommodation medals, 1 Navy achievement medal, and several others. Too many to name. And the other related information, I think this is awesome. He's a 1990 alum of Glendora High School. He had the privilege to be a captain on the 1989 CIF championship football team. He was a 2-time wrestling captain, and as he said, his mom and his in-laws still live in Glendora. So the roots are deep in Glendora with Brad. So, and I'm going to let Brad have the mic now and say what he needs to say. But Brad, you know that we all thank you for sitting on that wall and for going to combat. And part of what he's got going tonight is that's what happens. He left it all on the field when he was a football player, and he left it on the battlefield when he was serving our country.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be in front of you. One thing I did just meet Brian Biota, my older brother. Is he still in here? I know he had to get off he's back here. I know he's got to get off to do a game, but my older brother's here. My younger brother's out in Dallas right now. Sorry, I forgot you when I talked about a immediate family right there. Mayor Boyer, gentlemen, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, very special night for me. 30 years in the Marine Corps. I never really thought I'd do more than 4 years. I've absolutely loved him, like Coach Lopez. So Paul Lopez is a lifetime friend of mine. I call him Coach because he was my coach for over 3 years, but a mentor of mine, a true mentor. And when he progressed to head football coach, athletic director, principal, now principal of Fountain Valley. Is that correct, sir? But still, he'll always be coach in my heart and for life. He took care of tight ends and defensive ends. He did a little bit of everything, but especially that. So he took, and that was both my positions there. Loved the man, loved him to death. And I love Glendora, like he mentioned, deep roots within Glendora. Chief Egan, great to see you again, sir. So proud of you to be at the helm there, protecting this beautiful city here. Glendora is such a super community and city. In the military, we talked at the general officer level. I was a sergeant major, but I worked directly as a senior enlisted advisor with them. We would talk about when we have significant achievements or promotions, we would send hometown releases back to the cities. And oftentimes they talk, is this a city that would fly a banner or have a flag or have a parade? And yes, if so, but I've never seen one that actually retires the banner. It is extremely special. Both our older sons are married, graduated from college, one in New Jersey, one in San Clemente here. Our daughters are both in college out in North Carolina. So one of the daughters' rooms, though, is now my retirement room. My wife put together, so all this stuff. So this will be flying loud and proud for the rest of our lives as long. Very special. The friends, Jason Tibbetts is here, and his lovely wife, Sierra. Jason was on that football team with us as well, and Jason just retired from Glendora Police Department after 31 years, and we will celebrate in 2 nights, Saturday night here in Glendora. Jason, thank you for being here. Jerry Llewellyn, former head coach, teacher, and teacher at the high school. His wife, teacher at Goddard. His daughter, Maddie Llewellyn, teacher at Goddard as well. Jerry's here. Ryan Evans, my longtime friend. Tony Mendoza and 2 of his kids. I don't know if Bobby Baez is here, or I don't Phil McGee. We'll see later on. Lots will take if they're still open when we get there. Can't come here. Yeah, can't come here without getting some good Mexican food when we come back from North Carolina to this place. Wouldn't miss it. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Like Coach Lopez said, this is my 10th darn injury after 2 fake knees and now 10 surgeries. Hopefully, this is the last body part that my wife has to go through with surgery. Was always so proud to come back here. Thank you for your service, like I said, and to the youth here, the Eagle Scouts. Good Lord, that is incredible. Girl Scouts, the young lady who talked about Monterey Park, hearts and prayers are with you, young lady. I understand the grieving process. As Coach may have alluded to, I've lost a lot of friends. I've had them die in my arms. I've been in some of the worst situations that you could ever imagine. And I really didn't want my kids to join the military at first, unless they got a college education first. It comes from my, it's just from my parents raising me to the coaches and teachers. Mr. Bidwell, Larry Bidwell, and his lovely bride, Bonnie, still here, right? So at Goddard and at Glendora High School, he even talked to me. He not just being a teacher there, but he was a scholar within the athletic sports too, and football. He would talk to me after, on Monday mornings after the games too. Hey, this is what I saw. This is what you can work on. He's a neighbor of Doug and Linda. He lives on Mountain View there with my in-laws. A couple blocks down. I always see that house there, always decorated. Great to see you, sir. And absolutely love Glendora. There's a couple other things that I want to say, but I'm missing right now, and I know we're running a little bit late. But thank you all for all that you guys do for the beautiful city of Glendora and for the youth here, like I mentioned. Keep it up. There's a great example of what the youth has here within the city of Glendora and our community. Glendora's proud of you. Okay, thank you all. Appreciate it.
And we have one other that we wanted to recognize tonight, Kirk Michael Smith with the U.S. Air Force. However, he could not be here tonight, so we will make sure that he gets his flag and his certificate for serving on the U.S. Air Force. So thank you very much. I mean, it's good work. We love what we do with the foundation, and this is these nights are very special, being able to honor our servicemen, the people who serve our country.
Whoa. Closing remarks. That's what it says here on the paper. And, sometimes we have a lot of events and a lot of meetings, and by the time you get to the end of them, you're going, okay, let's wrap it up. We need this to end. This is the kind of night that sometimes you don't want to end. This is a very special night for a lot of people and for our community. I did want to take the time. We had a few other people stop in to join us. Our city manager, Adam Raymond, he stopped in back in the back. Community Services Director, John Aguirre. You had an opportunity to meet Paul, but for those of you that don't know, Paul worked in the school district for a very long time, was a principal, was a coach, was a principal at the high school, and he is now a member of the Glendora School Board, so he still continues to dedicate his work to the school district. And I also wanted to recognize, I don't see her now, but Monica Garcia was here, who's our newest member of the Glendora School Board. And give her a hand. She was here. She's here to help us send our support to the city of Monterey Park. They're still out there. Please take the time, if you would, to, even if you just want to sign your name, send them our best wishes. San Gabriel Valley is a family. We all know people in all of the surrounding communities. That's what's so great about Southern California, is that Glendora is a great community, but the San Gabriel Valley is one large family, and we need to be with them all tonight. Thank you very much for being here. That concludes everything, and if anybody wants to come up, take pictures, stick around for a little bit, we'll all be here. Good night, everyone.